is popping, y'all? We back with another episode of the Squid Game. Where are they at now? Podcast where we catch up with the former players a year after the show is over to see what they've been up to, where they at, what they doing, and who they've been with and hanging out with, and how life's been. Now, this next guest, he is well renowned from the show. Y'all might have seen him a time or two. You know, maybe jumping when he wasn't supposed to. Maybe you saw him with a family member on the show. Maybe you saw him plotting and scheming around. But everything this player did helped make the show a way better show in the grand scheme of things. He carried most of it, not gonna lie. And definitely I'm looking forward to and excited to kind of hear what this play has been up to since the show, as I'm sure all you have, I'm sure all you are as well. Without further introduction, we gonna bring in my brother, Mr. Trey 301.
Hello. What's going on? What an intro. What an introduction.
Hey, I had to pause and think of it real quick. That's why I took a second.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
What's poppin', Trey? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's the holiday season ramping up. I'm preparing the house for Christmas. We're having the whole family over at my teeny tiny apartment in Chicago for Christmas. So we're trying to
Okay.
clean surfaces so my sisters can sleep on the floor and my parents could have a wonderful bed and I can have a wonderful bed. So,
Okay. Are you getting air mattresses?
okay, so, yes. So the office that you see behind me with the Squid Game posters up on the wall back here is going to be turned into a bedroom. I have a queen size air mattress for my sister and her husband, and then I have a smaller air mattress for my younger sister. But both of my sisters, by the way, 6 feet tall. So like it's difficult to store them away anywhere that is out of the way. But
Interesting. Dang.
yeah.
That's so how did you end up hosting if you have the smallest place?
So I think part of it is like we're trying to like meet in the middle in a way because my younger sister is in South Carolina going to school. My older sister's in Austin, Texas. My mom and dad are in New Jersey, and Chicago just feels pretty central in terms of travel. Also, I am in a musical right now called The Little Mermaid in Chicago, so I can't really travel for Christmas. So it's just they get to see a show, I get to host. It's what we do best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if the people want to see you in the show, where can they see the show at?
They can see the show at the Drury Lane Theater in Oak Brook, Illinois. It's just outside of Chicago. It's a beautiful theater, 900 seats, gorgeous set design. Theater's been around for like 75 years. It's a couple Broadway people in the cast. It's wonderful.
Okay. Well, y'all need to get your tickets. Get on down to see Trey in the Little Mermaid because I'm definitely going to try and see. And yeah, I think the more the merrier. People out there. It's
True.
cooling people off in the cold. I guess I was going to try and make a metaphor out of warming people up with the Little Mermaid, but I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Something I like is like I have been in a few Christmas shows here and there around the season, and it's good to escape to somewhere that is not Christmas related during the holiday season because we're all consuming so much Christmas media, whether it be songs, TV shows, Hallmark movies. It's good to get out and just see a story that's for the family and doesn't have anything to do with Christmas.
Facts, 100%.
Yeah.
Uh, in New York, I hear Mariah Carey literally every single day, and I'm doing December 4th, 3rd or 4th. So yeah, I definitely need I lose the Christmas spirit.
Yeah. Take a
So
break. Take a day off.
exactly. Well, Trey, it's crazy. It's I can't believe it's been a year since the show aired. It's the year has felt long for me, but how does it kind of feel looking back at everything and how like since the dust has settled?
Yeah, it's been it's kind of crazy. I've been reflecting on it quite a bit because I feel so far removed from when the show aired. You know, but I don't feel as far removed from the experience itself. Like it feels like when we introduced the show to the world, it felt like a sort of a distant memory being relived through everybody else's eyes. But now it sort of it feels like the dust is settled. I am still like really proud of like the show, very happy. And feel the warm reception with me and my mom. Uh, but overall, like my life has not changed dramatically, so to speak. I'm still doing plays, dancing, and musicals.
I remember seeing. I think I saw a video of. I don't know. Are you still working at the bakery? Is that correct?
I'm not working at I
You're
anymore.
not
No.
working at the bakery. I thought I
Yeah.
saw a video of people coming to the bakery and like asking for autographs. Is that true or false?
um, nobody. I don't think anybody asked for an autograph. A bunch of people asked for pictures at the bakery, though. I would take a bunch of pictures over the counter. The owners had named a sandwich after me. Uh, during it, and it was just like a fun little Easter egg. My face was on one of those trifold things that you put out on the street, which is kind of funny. Um, and like a bunch of people had recognized me. I think my friend had recently watched the show and they were scrolling through TikTok on their For You page. They're from Chicago, and a TikTok came up of someone having watched the show for the first time and being like, "Where do I recognize this player 301? Like he seems so familiar." And lo and behold, I sold the bagels like maybe like a week prior. Yeah.
That is hilarious. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because you say everything is kind of like normal and not a lot is I guess changed, but on the fan side of you, they see you on the show and they're like,
Mhm.
"Oh my gosh, you're rich and famous," yada yada yada. I'm sure you might have gotten a little bit of that.
I think also like I remember reading interviews with like Survivor players from like years and years ago talking about how like just because somebody watches somebody on TV, it sort of makes them think, oh, they're famous, they're well off, like they're fine. But being on TV does not equal financial success. I could promise you that.
I mean, it could, but yes, I agree with you 100%. No, unless your name is My Wheelan, then I don't know if it equals the success or the rich amount.
Uh-huh.
Um, and whatnot. So also, you know, what have you been up to since the show has finished airing, like throughout this whole year? What you been going on?
Yeah, I've been working out a lot. I've been like taking care of my body. I've been reflecting on my just life experience. I've been also I choreographed at the Utah Shakespeare Festival, which was very fun. That's something that I've always wanted to do. I sort of like I went to school for musical theater as like smart people do, and I have been dancing since I was like 16. And choreography is something that's always been like a real passion of mine. I studied it in school. I finally got the chance to work at the Utah Shakespeare Festival in 2019 and choreographing the Green Show specifically, which is like this free lawn show that's done for the community. It's three 30-minute like mini musicals. Um, that's always been something that I've wanted to do at Utah Shakespeare Festival for a really long time. So I was happy to do that 2 months out in the most beautiful part of the U.S. that you could possibly imagine. And then also, like I said, I've been um, doing The Little Mermaid that started in September, and then I do improv around the city of Chicago. Um, f- uh, I was in the show called Scooby Squad, which was a hour long improvised Scooby Doo mystery, which was super
Interesting.
fun. It had pretty good turnout. And then I was also on Chicago Med at the beginning of this year, which was a lot of fun. So that's like
Oh,
all the
yes. Yeah.
career stuff. I've been upgrading my cooking. I'm I've been working on my chef skills a little bit. So
This man been killing it. He been doing everything. I love to hear it. That is amazing.
yeah,
Definitely, I'm looking forward to the next year that's coming up for all the things
yeah.
because the things that I mean. So I guess one quick question. I don't know if the fans. I'm wondering what happened
Uh-huh.
to the bakery.
What happened to the bakery? I didn't have time. I also I would come home because obviously working at a bakery is you're waking up pretty early in the morning. When I started working at the bakery was like 5 minutes from where I live, and now it's like 20 minutes from where I live. And when I I moved about 2 months into working there, and the walk to the bakery in the Chicago winter in December, January, and February, it's a 20-minute walk. I believe like a week or two there, it was like minus 16 degrees on the walk. And I would wake up at like 5 a.m., be miserable starting my day like that, work in point of sale service at a what is essentially like they don't like calling it a fast food establishment, but it's like a grab and go type of place,
Mhm.
um, with people who are also cranky in the morning and it's winter, and then coming home at 3 p.m. exhausted. Did not make me happy. I also like a lot of the event stuff that I do is at night. And if I want to have energy to do the stuff that I actually want to do, I need to drink coffee at like 6 p.m. It's and then I'm miserable for having to wake up at 5 a.m. the next morning anyway. So it was just a very cyclical kind of deal of unhappiness.
Yeah, no, that's good that you did that, man. An actor's life in a nutshell, man. I trust me, I
Yeah.
understand the struggle. I feel, I really can understand and visualize everything that you're doing because I have had
Yeah.
similar, very similar instances
Yeah.
being a barista in the past, and then you
Yeah.
got a show to do at night, and you got to put on a show. You can't walk through that. You have to actually get up and do it. And
Yeah.
if you don't
And
have
it's
the
sort of
energy
a
for that,
double-edged sword too, because if you're working in the morning, it gives you the flexibility to work and do the thing at night, but you burn the candle at both ends. Whereas if you work at night, you keep the same sleep schedule, you have the energy, but you have to sacrifice like basically shifts like a week. It's hard. It's hard to juggle.
I'd say maybe one, I guess, balance could be. Have you ever thought of working at maybe like a gym, like a Lifetime or Equinox, and then you could like start working? Maybe you'll still have to be there early, but then you could be done at like 10, 11 o'clock.
It's smart. You're thinking on my way, and you get a free gym membership out of it, which is
Membership too.
very nice. Yeah. I've looked into it. I've looked into it. A
Okay.
rock climbing gym is where I'm trying to really lock into, but those jobs are tough to come by. So
Okay. Well, I believe
yeah,
you got it, man. If
yeah, I could do anything. Come
you could do it, man. Just apply for the job.
yeah, just apply for the job.
Once they know you was on Squid Game, they'll hire you just like that because they don't bring more people in. Literally, you just have to use that as like a ploy to like get them to hire you, and then
Yeah.
you've seen it do.
Yeah, when I was
Um,
on this reality show, Squid Game: The Challenge, have you heard of it? It's
that'll bring them in. You got to pull on their heartstrings. You got to pull on their
uh-huh.
heartstrings.
Uh-huh.
So the show has been a while and been gone for a while,
Mhm.
and people, a lot of people have great experiences from it. Meeting a bunch of people, long friendships, etc. But what we don't hear about often is some of the negative things maybe that happened from the show, like maybe something didn't get aired that you wanted to get aired, or
Oh.
maybe people are acting crazy after the show, or you had a friend in the show that's acting way different than they were in the show. So what has
Mhm.
been your experience dealing with maybe the not so great things?
Interesting. That's a really good question. Let me think. You
Maybe
know,
something edited properly. I'm just asking. I'm not. I'm just
you
asking.
know, I think I part of like the whole Glass Bridge debacle that like really sort of like leaked into like my mental health, and I'm sure like Ashley feels like similarly, if not like way worse. But having to like explain the nature of what happens with the glass bridge over and over and over again, it was exhausting. It was really exhausting. And like for those who of you who are hearing this for the first time, um the glass bridge like scene in Squid Game: The Challenge um, is sort of like hyper dramatized, where that's a version of what happened, but it wasn't exactly everything that went on. Where it was painted to be almost entirely Ashley's fault, but it was my fault in a big way. And a lot of people say, Trey, you're so nice. Trey, that's like you're taking blame for something that's not your fault. I promise you, I'm taking the blame for something that was my fault. It was my fault. And people don't believe that because if it's on television, a lot of people just believe whatever is on TV. And um having to like read messages where it's like, man, I hate Ashley. I wish you won. Like God, I can't believe she did you like that. I wish you won. It's difficult because like it feels like I'm being um sort of made a example of for like a reason to give someone else hate, you know? Like I think people like someone, but people love to hate someone. And I don't want to be I never wanted to be a reason why somebody hated somebody else other than hating me. Like like that, and that has been one of the more difficult things to grasp. It also has given me sort of like a tilted view on social media as a whole, and like how people respond to reality shows as they're watching them. Um,
Yeah. No, facts. I
yeah,
mean, everything obviously isn't what it seems to be, and it seems obvious to you, like, duh, like this is what happened, but other people, the way editing works and whatnot. And I always like to kind of view, whoever's like quote unquote watching the show, the villain, maybe not be the real villain. Squidward really ain't the real villain in SpongeBob. We're all Squidward on the inside,
right.
and but he's painted out to be this kind of negative, snobby character. When real in reality, he just wants his peace and quiet and to play his clarinet, and he's getting bothered all day by SpongeBob. So it's all context, and like I guess
Yeah,
I have vision of who the program wants us to see it through. And that's kind of how I look at it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
who are some of the people that you keep up with the most from the show?
Most from the show, I'd say number one has got to be my mom. It's hard to it's hard to beat
She
that.
did, she did say that about you though.
Oh, she did. Um, I'd say number. I keep up with Molly. I've texted Mai quite a bit. Um, of recent, we recently did a giveaway on my Instagram. So if you want to win $500 or the chance to win $500 every week or so, go follow Mai. Because I worked with her on that. That was very fun. And then I keep up like on Twitter in like a social media way with B um and with Chapman, who was in like the final
Really?
30.
Yeah,
He
I
was,
know Chapman.
you know,
He's from
Chapman. Yeah.
yeah, he's from Missouri too. I always got bones to pick with him.
Yeah.
He knows that. So shout out Chapman. He just had a little baby.
Yeah, he just had a baby. And I see him on social media a bunch. I recently saw Tyler, who went out in Battleship. Um, he came to Chicago and we hung out. I can't remember his player number. I went to Figgy's wedding, which was a blast. Um, and it was me, my mom, Dash, and Figgy from the show that were all at the wedding, and that was so much fun. It was great seeing like everybody. Obviously, I couldn't chat with Figgy much because she was busy getting married, but it was great catching up with Dash and everybody. Trying to think who else. I TJ I engage with on social media from time to time. I talk with Roland quite a bit. Um, uh, and I think that's about it. If I'm forgetting anybody, this that sucks. Oh, James. I also James Davison. We chat from time to time as well.
Nice, nice.
Man,
As
I
well.
feel bad. There's so many people, and I talk with everybody semi regularly, and it's I whenever
Hey,
I
look,
list whenever I do this, it's terrible. Oh, it's so bad. It's bad.
it's all good. Don't know. Everybody knows that everybody got all the peoples, but it's fine. Like I
Yeah.
hope nobody would take offense to that unless you really missing somebody important. Which that's I don't know what to say, Coach.
Yeah.
But that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Also with Squid Game season 2, the real Squid Game is
Oh
about to
yeah.
come out. What's kind of the thing you're most looking forward to about that show?
I'm really I loved the first season. I love the sort of the social commentary that it evokes, and seeing like the whole X's and O's thing happening. I'm really looking forward to seeing what that's all about. Um, in terms of like how like it seems like it's like a voting thing, which I come from a Survivor background. Love that stuff. Um, I'm also really excited to how it like sort of let it tickle my brain with how it's going to relate to season 2 of Squid Game: The Challenge. Because I understand Squid Game: The Challenge is filming sometime next year, and as a competitor on the show, I'm really curious as to how they're going to adapt season 2, if they're going to adapt it at all, and how they might do that. So, uh, God, I'm really excited. And it comes out the day before my birthday, which
Oh,
happy birthday to me. They did it on
happy
purpose.
early birthday.
Yeah,
Shout out
I
Trey's birthday, man. Shout out Trey's
called in a
birthday.
favor to Ted Sarandos, and I was like, "Listen, man, Ted, I know you're planning on releasing season 2. Can you do it before my birthday so I could have a nice something nice in the morning?" And he said, "I got you, man. I got you." Yeah.
Hey, this man got all the plugs. I love it, man. You just send them plugs my way. Speaking of speaking of season two, if they asked you to do a season two of Squid Game the Challenge, would you do it?
Oh, come on. Yeah, I would do. Yeah. I think
Nice.
like I when I was on season 1, like you said in your lovely introduction, um I feel like I've done everything I need to do in Squid Game except for win, which if I went back and I was like one of the only people that went back, there's no chance I'm winning. I don't think there's going to be a shot, but it'd be fun to go. Um, so I would do it again. I wouldn't take up or miss an opportunity to play on a multi-million dollar playground. There's nothing like it. I'm addicted to the adrenaline. Starve me, uh, Squid Game daddy. Don't you can cut that out
No, we keep
after.
that. I'm gonna start calling you Squid Game Daddy. All right,
Yeah, yeah,
change the name on here
yeah.
from Trey to Squid Game Daddy. I'll show you
Oh.
respect. But so you Survivor fan. If you had the choice, they said you can do Squid Game or Survivor. Which one would you pick?
Survivor. In like
Yeah.
100 times out of 100, I won because I've already done Squid Game, and like I chase, love chasing new experiences. But Survivor has been like my day one. I love that show. It is what created reality competition. I would do anything to be a part of like a slice of that history.
Okay. Well, did you
Yeah.
apply for next season?
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Look, I could never do Survivor just because the whole I've talked to Wendell and he's explained everything. And my biggest thing is the whole bathroom hygiene situation. I just don't know if I would be able to.
Really?
Yeah, like
That's the
you know, I
problem?
mean, uh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like living too much in the 21st century, but that just in my head, I'm just trying to think like, okay, waking up, my breath stinking, I have no deodorant, I gotta, take a shit in the ocean, like all these things. I just don't know how I'd be able to deal with it. That's literally probably the hardest part outside of the hunger. Like they say you get
Yeah.
used to that. We had to kind of deal with the hunger too, so I think I can maybe handle that part. But it's just honestly, if somebody whisks me and they keep talking to me and whispering, you gotta they be whispering that show and the breath is just kicking. I don't know. I might have to tap out. So,
I think like I don't know. I think because everybody is experiencing it, you I think you get used to it, you know? And everybody's breath is going to be stinking, but I feel like you're eating enough organic like coconut stuff that it's not going to be stinking as bad as you might
okay. I didn't think
think.
about that part. I did not
Yeah.
think about that.
Just get your
So,
teeth really well cleaned before you go out there so you can get all those like the unnatural stuff
oh
out of
yeah,
your mouth.
no, definitely. I already ordered the. Actually just ordered teeth whitening strips yesterday,
Ooh.
because I procrastinate on that. That's little thing to get, but I'm like, I'm gonna try it out finally.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of Survivor, who do you have winning this season, and who is your
Oh,
favorite Survivor player of all time?
ooh, this is okay. This is something that oscillates quite a bit. It's like a day to day. I'll start with the favorite Survivor player of all time. I think the best Survivor player of all time is Cerie Fields. Uh,
Sari,
yeah,
really?
I do. She's never won. I don't care. I think she is incredibly skilled. Um, the three people that oscillate usually, it depends on the day, is Cerie, Tyson, and Michelle Fitzgerald. I those three I think have the sort of encapsulate the Survivor experience. I think in the best way. As for this season, I think it's going to be. I think Caroline has a really strong um, case for winning here. I think Rachel has a really strong case for winning, and I think my boy Andy might end up running away with this. I think it's I think we're seeing a sort of Emily Flippin except fully realized energy from Andy, where it's like potential first boot into this sort of blossomed uh, warrior, which I'm really excited to see how it plays out.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. When is the finale's on December 18th? Yeah, December 18th.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So this is gonna be aired probably after the finale. But we'll see. If you had to pick one winner, who's the winner pick?
I think Andy. I think
Andy.
actually no, wait, hold on. I'm revising. I think I think I think Caroline. I remember Jeff said at the beginning of the season that he didn't like the season, so I don't think Andy is going to win
Oh,
because I think
interesting.
he would be head over heels in love with the season if Andy won. So I think it's Caroline. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see if this man, put in your bets on DraftKings if you can bet on Survivor, and if you lose your money, don't blame me. Blame this man. Cool. I might. Look, I'm not in tune with this season of Survivor as much. Like I watch a little bit here and there. I keep up. I listen to like podcasts about it, but I don't actually watch it because I just haven't. I've watched. Survivor. It's hard for me to really get into. The only season I've watched head to
Yeah.
toe was the season Emily was 47, 46.
45. 45, I think.
That's the one I watched from beginning to like
Yeah.
end. Like I remember all the players, with like Drew and
Yeah.
uh,
Austin,
Austin. Yeah,
D.
and
Yeah.
D. So well, speaking of players, we're gonna play a little game real quick. And I know you say you like the games, and this game is basically I'm gonna mention a Squid Game player and number, and you got to tell me what you think when you hear them names.
Just one word response. This is good.
You
This
don't
is
have to do one
terrible.
word.
This is
You can do multiple. You
okay.
can say whatever you need to say. If you need one word, one word. If you need a phrase or explanation, then you can say those things.
Okay.
All
I'm
right,
ready.
we're gonna start out
Locked
with.
in.
We'll start. I usually start everybody off easy, but I'm gonna start you off with the crushing one. Or the big one? How about our friend Mr. 432 Brighton?
Oh man, cocky. And if I had to say another one, young parentheses derogatory. Uh, next.
I am crying right now. Okay, okay. How about our squid leader, Mr. TJ Stoops?
Ooh, interesting. Oh, what's there's a word that popped in my head. It was oh, what's it? Was it? It was something he always used to say. Attack the
Gratitude
moment.
and I thought you were going to say humility and gratitude or
Oh
something
yeah,
like.
humility and gratitude. That I think that was what I saw it. It was like astrally projected like above my computer. But it went away immediately as I grabbed for
That's funny.
it.
What about our friend Miss Felicia?
Oh my god. Oh man. I'd say in the game, brave. Outside of the game, hilarious. She's so funny.
Okay. What about we're going through these quick. What
Yeah,
about our friend two four I'm just gonna say Dr. Rick.
Dr. Rick. Funny story. He owns a pizza place, Mercurio's. His name is Rick Mercurio. He owns it. I think it's in Oakmont, Pennsylvania, I believe. I've never been. My girlfriend's family grew up around Oakmont, Pennsylvania, around Pittsburgh. And when I came home from Squid Game, I was like, I met someone on Squid Game. He was like an older guy. He owns a pizza restaurant in the Pittsburgh area. Does this ring a bell? And I said Mercurio's, and they went, we ate pizza there like every week when we were growing up. And so they knew about Rick well before the world did. And I'm sure before his bees did.
Yeah, that's why. Not the bees. Is that close to Philly at all by chance?
No, it's on the other side of the state. It's like I think it's like 4 hours
Okay.
from Philadelphia. Yeah,
Never mind. I was gonna come through, but I'm not
yeah.
gonna be able to make it this time, Coach. Okay, okay. How about our friend Mr. 451 Phil?
Phil. Oh man. Uh, rocker. I think he also I remember he traveled. Speaking of pizza, on finale night when we were all together in New York, he trudged through the New York cold to get us 3 pizza pies at like 1 in the morning. Were you there for that? Were
I
you
was at the
around?
pizza place, but I don't know about. Oh wait, I was.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I went there.
we
Yeah,
were
he
we were
went
in
there.
the
Yeah,
bar. Yeah.
yeah. We were at the bar. That's right. I keep forgetting they didn't have any food there, and so he went and got the pizza and came back.
Ah, hero, man, absolute hero.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
I forgot about that. I forgot he did that. I don't know why I thought we ordered pizza there, but then I forgot he brought. Now that you remind me, he brought them. Jeez, that is
yeah,
hilarious, and it was cold as hell as it is now.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay. How about our champion mine?
Oh man, uh, generous, um, and selfless. I would say, she has been just so kind with her time, and uh, she's just been absolutely wonderful since the game. She's really um chatting with her, and I know my mom feels the same way, is just really warm. It feels nice. She's wonderful.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out mine. The giveaways. Make sure to go get those. And I know you spoke about this earlier, but we can say this again. How about our friend, your BFF, Miss Ashley?
Undeserving of hate. So undeserving, so undeserving. She's doing amazing now, by the way. She's like started bodybuilding, and she looks like it is crazy her transformation. She is it's remarkable. Like it's insane. Um, so I haven't spoken to her in a really long time. I don't think I have spoken to her since the finale.
Oh, dang.
I haven't like
So
sent
not
her a text or
BFFs.
anything. Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure she wishes you well and whatnot. As long as she hasn't
yeah,
unfollowed you or anything like that, then I'm pretty sure things are fine.
yeah, yeah. I don't think she has. Yeah,
Okay, good, good. Yeah, that's the sign of. I was just talking to somebody else. That's a sign of like it's over. You
yeah.
know?
The unfollow. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
It means. Oh yeah, and I forgot one more. Duh. All right, how about lastly our friend 299 Spencer?
Oh my god. You know what I say? I also haven't spoken to Spencer in a really long time. I love Spencer to death. I love Spencer. Um, I think I was just saying in the dressing room at Little Mermaid the other day, we all stand on the back of player 299 Spencer. The show would not be nearly as popular if it weren't for him and if it weren't for episode 2 of that show. I everything that I have ever gotten from the show, I thank him for. He is amazing. I love him so much. He's so kind. We've had like many when we're at like the finale parties or at different events. We always have like a late night chat, either in my hotel room or his. He is he's a real one.
Shout out, Spencer. You know, I see him pretty often, so I'll let him know the
Yeah,
kind words.
send the love,
Of course,
please,
of
please.
course, of course, of course. Well, I'll end the game on that. And home, one sec, hold on. Yeah, I'll end the game on that. And so we'll wrap up here. But before we go, is there any last words you want to say to the people? Any last, you know, kind of words of affirmation? Anything you want to say before we
Oh.
get out of here?
If you're thinking about applying for reality television and you're worried about the consequence of applying to reality television, just say why not? Just say do it. You'll never get the opportunity if you love games to experience games as intricately crafted with people who care as much as you do as you will if you go on reality TV. You'll never search your soul as deeply or discover new things about yourself as strongly than if you go on reality television. And follow your dreams. Should I say anything more generic than what I just said?
You in a show right now, and you're Little Mermaid, so
Yeah.
you have that, like you in that mode right now of like dream following,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
affirmations. But
Yeah.
that's well said. I
Yeah,
mean, and
I would say don't follow your dreams. Follow your skills. If you're good at something, do that.
okay,
And if that happens to align with your dreams,
even better.
hell yeah,
Okay, well, that's just some good words, man. Follow your skills, man.
yeah.
Don't try and do the things that you just ain't with. You know,
Well,
this
do
man got a
those,
lot.
but do them for like 2 hours a weeknight.
Exactly, exactly. It's funny you mentioned that. Oh, this is kind of goofy, and I can't believe I'm actually showing
Uh
this, but
huh.
I just that as you say, do the things that you're like lacking is I just bought this this little thing. This is one of those things on TikTok, a Jawser size, and you're supposed to
Oh,
chew it. It's
not the
supposed to get
jaws.
I do. Look, I was anti this for the longest time, but
Uh
I
huh.
said, what? Let me just try it.
Have you
Let me just
noticed
see
the
what it's about.
effects?
I just got it today. Lil, I just got it right when I
Okay.
got home, like 2 hours ago. So I've been chewing on it. I don't see the effects yet, but
Yeah.
hopefully in like a month I'll be able to see something, and we'll see. So maybe I can co-sign with
Yeah.
this, but just following what you said.
Take a before picture for me. Yeah.
I did that already. So we'll see. It's kind of weird. This makes you drool a lot. So if you they didn't tell you that, you'll be drooling a lot if you do this thing. So the slobber all over like a baby. So only in
Oh
this
man.
episode you gonna hear that. So on that note,
Oh,
thank
that's
you,
awesome.
Trey. Thank you, Squid Game Daddy Trey, for coming through here and you know speaking your piece, showing people what's up, telling people what's going on since we last saw you. It's great to hear from you as well, personally. And yeah, y'all, that's it. Till next time, y'all. Peace, blessings, deuces, and have a great rest of your day.